Donald Trump went on a midnight and middle of the night Truth Social rant,
Truth Essential,
where he again insisted his cognitive gaffes, wherein he says that Obama is actually currently the president. It's all on purpose. It's all deliberate. First, Donald Trump posting about the Republican debate last week, which we covered live. Let's look at his thoughts there first, where he said, quote, "So many people are asking what I thought of history's lowest rated presidential debate and how I would rate the players. It's so easy to be a critic, but who on this subject would be better than me? To begin with, I thought Ron DeSanctimonious was terrible with his bobblehead facial movements and his walking on eggs, but that sloppy Chris Christie was worse. He's not fit mentally or physically to be president. Plus, he suffers from TDS or Trump derangement syndrome at levels not seen before. In other words, he's a sick puppy. On top of it all, his poll numbers are just 1% in a class with Ada Hutchinson. He's dead, but so is Ron, whose weird bobbing head and fresh mouth make his high heels look good. He's walking on eggs. Bird Brain looked different and lost, but I give her second place. Bird Brain is Nikki Haley. Vivek wins because he thinks I'm great. The biggest loser was Megyn Kelly. What the hell happened to her? She has lost whatever she once had, which wasn't very much. Some things never change." Trump then insisting his cognitive failures are deliberate. This is very difficult to believe. Trump trothing on Truth Social, quote, "I never confused crooked Joe Biden with Barack Obama, except in the form of a sarcastic joke, which the fake news knows and fully understands. Sarcasm is a very dangerous thing for me to use. You know, it is truly impossible to believe that Donald Trump was doing it on purpose. Here is Brian Kilmeade on Fox. I've played this before, insisting Trump's doing it on purpose, and everybody else has to laugh because it's so unbelievable.
You can't compare yourself to Joe Biden. There's no way. And Donald Trump keeps saying that because he believes Obama's pulling the strings. I talked to him off camera about that. I talked to him on the radio about that. I said, "Why?" And I corrected him on the radio interview. Please go back and listen. I said, "You mean Joe Biden?" He goes, "No, Joe Biden, he's convinced Barack Obama's running the country." That's why he says it. He wants you to think that.
Oh, Brian, come on.
And he thinks that's
Come
to
on,
his advantage.
that's good. That's good. You should be his manager, his campaign
Listen
manager.
to the
That's
interview.
good. That's a really good spin on that. No, that's a good spin on that.
I'm going to
Look,
jump in,
the
guys.
bottom line-
So listen, I mean, here's one example. Trump's done this a dozen times at this point. Look for the sarcasm. Look for the joke. Look for the tongue-in-cheekness of this comment.
They were interviewing him 2 weeks ago, and they said, what would you advise President Obama? The whole world seems to be exploding and imploding. And he said, it's very simple. He should immediately resign, and they should replace him with President Trump, who kept the world safe. And I'm not just talking the United States, China.
See, it's obvious he's joking, right? It's obvious that it's merely sarcasm. We've looked at 6, 7, or 8 of these recently. There is not a single example where anyone with a normal EQ and ability to read social cues would watch it or hear it and come away thinking, yeah, that was sarcasm. Yeah, that was a joke. And part of it is Trump doesn't do sarcasm. The other part of it is it doesn't make any sense for it to be sarcastic. It doesn't land. It doesn't communicate. So Trump insisting that's the explanation, completely not believable in any way whatsoever. But that's what the guy is going with. It seems even Megyn Kelly at this point understands it for what it is. It's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing. But the sarcasm line, it's just not believable, sir. I want to tell you about an awesome free weekly 5-minute video series on the economy. It's called Tychos, featuring Richard Vague. The Tychos video series is sponsoring our show today. Richard Vague is an economic expert, former Secretary of Banking and Securities for Pennsylvania. I've always thought that Vague was a great voice on macroeconomics, the U.S. economy, government, individual debt, income inequality. Every week, Richard Vague covers economic topics to keep you up to date with the key economic issues of our time: U.S. debt, forecasts for the U.S. economy, economic challenges facing Europe and China, innovative policy ideas. Richard's the author of the economic bestsellers, A Brief History of Doom, The Case for a Debt Jubilee, And his latest book, which I've talked about before, The Paradox of Debt, really fascinating book about how government deficit spending in the US during the pandemic mostly benefited the top 10%. Richard Vague is excellent at taking really complicated economic issues, making them accessible to anyone. He does a really great job of this with his 5-minute video series. It's called Tychos, which you can subscribe to for free at tychosgroup.org/join. The link is down below.